She had leg surgery in 4th grade, needed a walker by the age of 24, and in the last decade, this Omaha woman couldn't walk or work and needed a power wheelchair to get around.
In a story you'll only see on 6, Brian Mastery reports on the misdiagnosis and what led to her medical miracle.
I'm very excited about starting work.
To hear Sue Pascal describe it, the words seem more fitting for a teenager's rite of passage.
My benchmark was to get my license, get a car, and go back to work.
On this March afternoon, the 57-year-old who had been out of the Omaha job market for close to a decade checks the box on all 3 benchmarks.
It is hard to believe. It's really a dream come true. I'm looking forward to it.
Sue Pascal's journey first veered off course in middle school.
I wasn't diagnosed with cerebral palsy until I was in 7th grade. The signs were fatigue in my legs and the walking on the ankle. It progressively got worse. Tremors came.
Along the way, she worked and raised 3 children with her husband, Tom. At any school event, she was the mom with the walker. Year after year, though, Sue Pascal's condition just kept getting worse.
10 years ago, I had to stop driving because I'd lost my ability to hold my body up.
She needed a stair lift to navigate steps.
I had 24-hour caregivers. I know I have cerebral palsy, but it's not supposed to get worse.
Her home had become too hard to live in.
Tom and I had started looking at nursing homes.
Now a medical mystery that's
Then came that week in May of 2015.
It's also really a story about the human spirit.
His sister Jean saw the show and she called us.
Walking awkwardly, struggling to get up the school stairs.
Her whole life sounds just like Sue's.
Sue Pascal did not watch the segment for 2 days.
I was very guarded.
She'd been down the road of false hope before.
I just said, you know, you guys don't get your hopes up.
As a child, Jean was diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
The story was about Jean Abbott, a Minnesota woman who had a form of cerebral palsy. For 3 decades, that's what she believed. But Jean Abbott came to learn, along with her doctor, she had been misdiagnosed. Sue Pascal took the story to her doctor. She switched treatments to treat not cerebral palsy, but something rare with a different name, Dopa Responsive Dystonia. The ritual of taking a dozen pills was dropped in favor of just 1 pill, L-Dopa. It changed her life.
Within an hour, the tremor in my face had stopped. This is a miracle. And every day things got better and better.
One son called the other siblings.
And he just started sobbing because, I mean, you know, it was very hard on the kids and very hard on Tom to see me going downhill. Yes, I'm Sue Pascal. I'm a new hire. I start today at 4:30.
Less than a year after changing treatments, she's training for her part-time job with the American Red Cross. Her medical misdiagnosis over 40 years does not make her bitter, and she never lost faith.
I think both Tom and I were just so grateful and so thankful to be given our lives back. How could we be angry?
However, Sue Pascal couldn't wait to get rid of any reminders. In Omaha with photographer Jim Hinchuk, I'm Brian Mastery reporting, WWT6 News.
So great that she's back to work at age 57
And such a positive attitude.
yeah, great life now. What about the misdiagnosis? Many symptoms of cerebral palsy are similar to what Sue really has, Dopa Responsive Dystonia.
Jean Abbott, the Minnesota woman who shared her story on the Today Show, which led to Sue's breakthrough, wrote on her blog that nearly 24 people started taking the different drugs and seeing significant results.